Hey guys, it's Jason here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another running video with the Team Associated MT10. We've done a few minor upgrades on this truck. We now have the RPM arms. I'm pretty sure the last time I ran this truck I broke an arm. I'd already purchased the arms, so I had them ready to go. The other thing we added, as soon as I get this body clip on, we now have, hopefully you guys can see those, the Team Associated upgrade shocks. So these are the full aluminum ones, aluminum caps, aluminum bodies, aluminum colors. Definitely looks pretty sick. I'll when I get it home back on the bench, you'll see this better. But we're out. We've got a couple of trucks. Unfortunately, the MTX didn't do very well. I've driven that truck, guys, a lot. I don't know what happened. I broke a rear shock shaft. It was not any abuse either, so kind of bummed about that. MT8 on the other hand, guys, was killer. I'm just kind of letting it cool down, and then I'm going to get back out and run it again. But we're going to run the MT10 and eventually the Jado 4x4. This truck needs an ESC upgrade because the stock one, with just the way it's kind of locked, it has kind of a horrible brake. There are adjustments you can do in your radio. I don't like that. I would prefer just to kind of set up my brake in the ESC and be good to go. Now, if you guys remember, I bought my MT10 because when I was buying my MT8, I thought the MT8 was going to suck, and I thought it was going to, require a lot of work to get it running, which wasn't the case. Like a lot of parts. I thought it was always going to be broken, and so I bought the MT10 because I was like, well, I want, something I'm going to run. I want the Team Associated running. So I bought this one, and the MT8 turned out to be awesome. But this little guy's a blast too, guys. Super durable. A little small for my liking, but it's still a blast. Now we do have, guys, gyro going on here. We're gonna pump it up. I usually like to run 30% on my Radio Link radio. That's full throttle, by the way, guys. The stock system. All right, let's get some air. Oh, jeez. Been running 6S rigs now for a while, so I gotta kind of get used to running this thing. Jeez, I'm a connector, I guess. All right, so that was actually, guys, the switch, and I think I remember at times saying that I've had issues with the switch because it's actually physical, like little toggle. And I've had a few times where when you're taking kind of a jump and you're coming down, it does bump off, which kind of sucks. And what you guys, I don't know, maybe you guys can see them. There's so many freaking bugs right now that are just driving me nuts that I have to keep moving. So every time I go to the truck to plug the connector back in, is not a lot of fun at all. Oh man, one thing I will say, guys, the Radio Link receivers with that built-in gyro is the way to go. The way to go, because they, don't think of it as like, the whole truck being taken over or anything like that. It just helps when you get going to pull the trigger and not be all over the place. And I don't run a lot of gyro either, just enough to kind of, again, guys, just assist a little bit. That's full pin, by the way. Ugh, but I think that's too much gyro. You can sort of see a little bit of the kind of twitchiness going on. Gonna knock it back to 20. Now, we've not had a successful backflip today, so we're gonna aim for that right now. I don't know why I'm going so far away. Little truck, can't even see it. Oh, jeez, that brake, guys. I have a Copperhead 2, whatever the newest one is, 3200 kV at home. It's the There's the Cobra 10 and there's the Copperhead. The Copperhead's for like a little bit less weight kind of vehicle. I might throw that in here. Nice. I think that would definitely help guys in control. Maybe give us a little bit better performance too. This ESC is locked. That's full pin, by the way, guys. So you can't tweak it. So if you know your punch, your brake, all that, you can't do anything with it. Nice. And we didn't disconnect the connector. Again, guys, RPM arms. Oh, bummer. I gotta remember now, I got a little bit of a smaller truck, smaller tires. I'm kind of just usually ripping through this with the bigger trucks. Not really the thing to do. We're still good on the connector. As long as we can land nice and plush, we don't get that impact. The connectors kind of stay fine. I feel like every single video I do lately, that's all I'm talking about. And I think the reason being is I'm up here. I usually am landing on grass, a little bit of a softer landing. Not sure what I was thinking there. But hey, bit of a durability test there. Nothing like coming down from that height on the nose. And she's still good. That's where this truck, guys, is a beast. That, guys, is full pin. So truck doing its thing, radio link doing its thing. Oh, stuck in the grass. There we go. Oh, guys, that was horrid. I don't know what I was thinking there. You know, this is one of those trucks, and I've said this, guys, about other vehicles, where you kind of get out and you sort of, you don't do the best job driving it, because they are so friggin' durable that they kind of let you do whatever you want, and then you kind of drive it that way. Like, nah, it'll take it. You know, I'm not squared up with the jump. Who cares? And then all of a sudden you will do the one wrong thing and then your fun's over. Jeez, that, guys, was the connector, because that was awful, and that's that friggin' brake again. So I gotta show you this, guys, because I'm at the truck right now after that jump, after that height, coming down full on the front bumper. LEDs are still working, bumper is still good. Supports, guys, your brace, everything still solid. Again, that's where, guys, this thing is such a little tank. We did lose the antenna tube though, unfortunately. You know, this is where this truck is a lot of fun, is in the durability of it. So again, guys, it's a smaller truck. I like things a little bit bigger, but it's such an unstoppable little beast. It's crazy. I mean, it literally takes, guys, more abuse than my Creighton EXP does. Because by now I would have broken a rear arm and a hinge pin and all that. And I know you guys are getting tired of me complaining about that truck, but again, guys, this thing is more durable than my Creighton. Nice. Stock tires today, by the way. Yeah, I think, you know what, guys, I'm enjoying this today. The MT10 is something that I haven't been all that thrilled about since I've owned it, but seeing what it's taking today, you know what, give it a little bit more power. I think that would, for me anyways, guys, make it a little bit more fun. And I could tune that brake and not have to do it from the radio, because I find when I do that, guys, on the radio, I don't know, I just don't like the feel I get. All right, let's do this. That was awful. That freaking brake. Oh, let's see what happened this time. All right, guys, once again, I got to do this. Besides from these little kind of little guards in the shocks, because the RPM arms don't have the holes to put the screw in here. So you have the screw that holds the bottom of the shock in. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. And then there's a screw that goes in on the stock arm. So these are twisting around a little bit, but I did leave them on. We also, guys, we have a screw right here though. So I'm actually going to go back to the truck and screw that back in. So we may have been pulling now out of the diff housing, which is kind of a bummer. But besides from that, guys, once again, this thing is, oh, and we also popped off the sway bar. We can fix that. They're popped off on both sides. There's like, guys, this thing is just a tank. Just an absolute tank. Gonna keep running this little beast. It is definitely impressing today. And I'm gonna say to guys again, ESC being locked, that's just dumb. I don't know what Associated was thinking when they did that, because man, oh man, guys, the brake feel is just awful. And I've had, guys, a couple of good nosedives. Now, what it has though shown, guys, is the durability of this truck. Because holy Hannah, guys, we have come down on that nose from some height. It's funny, you know, I've been up here, guys, and from my frame, and hopefully this makes sense. Some of the things I've been launching lately, you know, they're hitting like here, like super friggin' high. And it's just funny to see this little thing, because it's maybe like 12 feet, 8 feet, I don't even know, 10 feet off the ground. It looks big though, because it's a little truck. Yeah, we gotta get this thing, guys, a little bit more power. I'd like a little bit more power. Because don't get me wrong, guys, it goes good. But if you're like me and you just like a little bit more kind of zoom, a little bit more zip. Yeah, it could use it. Now, we've never, guys, adjusted the pinion or anything on this yet. We haven't gone any bigger, but I'm still thinking, guys, a little bit more power. The neat thing is with that Copperhead 2, I could even, guys, try 4S if I wanted. Well, nope. All right. Let's do this. Hopefully I don't regret this. That, guys, was pretty much full throttle. I think I let off at the ramp instead of hitting it under load, like under power, but I was pretty damn close. Boing. I don't know, guys, if I've just been driving, again, the 4S rigs, the 6S rigs. This, I hate to say this, it feels a little slow today. It's zippy, but just lacking a little bit of the punch that I would like to see. because this thing is, guys, an absolute beast. It is friggin' durable. Now you could say, hey, if I go up 4S, is it going to be as durable? Well, that's a good question. That was nice. We did tighten up that screw that was going in the bottom. It did seem to snug up. So it didn't like just kind of screw in and just spin and spin and spin. It did snug up, which was nice. I was careful when I was doing it, but I got, guys, what I felt was good. Beauty. That's, guys, pretty much full throttle. We'll do it again. That's pulled all the way. Oh, she handles beautifully. Again, we've got those aluminum shocks on there now, guys. They, I can't remember what I paid for them. Weren't super expensive, but they weren't super cheap either. Yeah, guys, this thing just gives you like that, I don't need to care, I'm just gonna do whatever I want with it sort of feeling. I'm just wondering, guys, if we can do a simple backflip. You know, if you watch the channel, you guys know what I mean. That's just pulling up to the ramp and not having to give it a lot of throttle. Or actually, no, sorry guys, more just about coming up to the ramp and not being fast and then kind of gunning it as you leave the ramp. Let's see if we can do that. I think we can do it better. Why am I going so far? I don't know. We can do better than that too. You know, I never understood. You know, people rave about this truck. And again, you guys know, I mentioned at the beginning of the video why I bought it. We've only ever broken an arm. We broke a stock arm. But kind of getting it now. For a small truck, guys, I'm enjoying this thing. And I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the video I was kind of like, I don't really enjoy it, but I've been having fun with it. Oh, guys, I don't know if you heard that. We kind of landed under power there. Oh, and we definitely did something. Okay, that is kind of my fault, guys. I'm not going to attack the truck for that one. It's still running. But we definitely did something. But either way, guys, well, you know what? We'll check that out, guys. When we get it home, we'll get it back on the bench. We'll figure out what we did.
All right, guys, we've got the truck home. It's back on the bench. And here is what we did. You can see the motor mount is all buckled, which is obviously going to throw off our mesh. Now, the first thing I did when I got home was I did search up the part, and there are companies that make aftermarket motor mounts. I will say this, though, with the amount of abuse that the truck took today, those hardcore landings, I'm not really going to fault the motor mount, guys, at all. And if I had, let's say, a local hobby store to me where I could go in and buy even just another stock motor mount, I probably would. I don't necessarily know if I need the aftermarket one, but because I have to order it, I might as well order the upgraded mount to have it. It wouldn't really make any sense at this point for, you know, a few bucks more to stick with the stock one. Now, the MT10 in general. This is probably one of my favorite runs with the truck, where, you know, it kind of ramped up. I started off kind of slow and smaller jumps and getting a feel for the truck. And then, you know, near the end, we were kind of getting some pretty good air out of it. Some pretty bad landings as well. But at the same time, I am in awe at what this truck takes. The fact that the LEDs are still working, the mounts, everything is still intact. There's no cracks. The bracing itself, guys, is still good to go. I am really impressed with that. The 3S platform on this truck is okay. It's a good amount of power. I would prefer a little bit more, and I think having a little bit more would also aid in the control of the truck when you've got it in the air and you're doing those jumps, you're doing those backflips, things like that. I think having more power, being able to get more, you know, faster revolutions of the tire, the truck maybe would recover better. As well as, guys, the big thing, and I mentioned it a few times in the video, this locked ESC is just awful because you can't adjust anything, you can't adjust the brake, you can't do what you want. And I know that you can do things in the radio. I just never like adjusting things like that in the radio. I like doing it right on the ESC. So I think during the video I did mention that in here somewhere, right here, I think is that copperhead combo, if you guys can see it. I'm probably going to drop that in this truck. I think this would definitely benefit from having that more power. And like I mentioned, guys, getting the revolutions in the tires and getting that faster revolution, you would have better control and just better air control. So overall, guys, the MT10, I get why this truck has such a great following, because for something that is basically stock, I mean, yes, I have switched out to the RPM arms now, and I do have the upgraded aluminum shocks. I don't think I needed those. I just bought those because I do like aluminum bodies and aluminum collars. This thing, guys, is just a beast. It is an absolute tank. So as always, guys, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, please subscribe, and have a fantastic day.